Hey everyone, it's Charlie High with High Society Aftercare and Consulting, coming at you with another High Sci Flash. I know the lightning was missing from this one, the lightning flash that I have at the beginning and end of the videos, but today I'm at the park and I didn't want to scare the birds off with the lightning. But on a serious note, today's topic is why are we in such a rush to celebrate the death of a loved one? Why do we celebrate so quickly? Let me come at it from another perspective. If you're having guests over for a Thanksgiving meal, you don't take a turkey out of the deep freezer, put it in the microwave, and tell your guests it'll be ready in about 10-15 minutes. That's the same that we seem to be doing with our grief. And by that I mean we seem to be adopting the same customs of society. We're in a microwave society. Everything we want served to us immediately. We don't have patience like we used to. When we go through the drive-thrus, people lose their patience if the fast food workers take too long to get their meal to them. If our phone takes too long to load a video or streaming and it dips out on us, we'll exit out sometimes and go to another site. So we're losing patience with everything in society, and certainly technology has its advantages. We have been able to advance and do quite a few things with technology. I'm not anti-technology, but some things you just can't microwave, and one of those things is grief. Grief cannot fit in anyone's microwave, and even if it could, it's not going to be thawed out, it's going to be frozen, and it's not going to be processed right. So I'm even noticing churches these days, at the funeral, they're so quick to put the person in heaven and to say that they're in a better place, which I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that that is not the case, especially if that's what you believe. But my issue is when we put that person, or we encourage the mourners to go ahead and get past the grief stage too quickly. Grief cannot be circumvented. You can't go around grief. You can't go under grief. You can't go over grief. You have to go through grief. But if I can encourage you today also, I would say that on the other side of grief, after you go through it, is grace. And grace will meet you on the other side of grief. And so when we have family members sometimes who may be even encouraging us to go ahead and get over it, it's been a year now, you should be feeling better now. I don't understand why you're still suffering, why you're still grieving. Maybe they don't quite understand that you have lost a part of you, that you will never be the same again, that you are developing a new normal, and it's painful to develop a new normal. It takes time because you have to break down who you used to be, and now you have to live with that person no longer in your life. And so you learn to live with the grief, not to get over the grief. And if someone in your family or even friends is criticizing you for the stage that you're at, remind them that grief is not something you get through, it's something you live with. And even if you need to share this video with them, sometimes it hits them better if it comes from a third party. And every grief situation is different. We need to keep in mind, just because you may have handled the grief of another loved one different than this one, that's to be expected. No grief journey is the same, even with individuals. We don't go through the stages in the same way. So I hope this encourages you a little bit if you're suffering with grief and you feel like no one understands. If it's helped you, maybe you could share it with others, and you just experienced another High Sci Flash.